All right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. What's this doing in the way? Come on. What's this fucking amateur hour? Unbelievable. Jesus. Monday. Monday is here like a lolloping wet dog, like a wet Labrador that has leapt onto your bed. Unbeknownst to you, the Labrador, who is not yours, has been out wetting itself, jumping in small rivers, locks, lakes. Struggling to think of the names for sort of low key expanses of water, ponds, puddles, and rolling in tods, and has now jumped onto your duvet, onto your waffle cut white company duvet, and is smearing the Todd all over the aforementioned duvet. Who is this Labrador? Where did this Labrador come from? What is this Labrador doing in my bedroom? Well, that Labrador, ladies and gentlemen, is Monday. And it's here to strip you of your dignity, your class, your self-respect, and your sausages. It will strip you of each one in turn. By the end of the day, you will be left with nothing but your balls. And if you're a lady, your lady balls, which are they're at the back. You have an investigation, you'll find them. You have an investigation with I don't know if people own them so much anymore. Maybe it was more of a sort of Victorian era type thing. No, I was around in the Victorian. Anyway, a hand mirror. You know, a sort of hand mirror. Like, it's not necessarily for mirroring hands per se, but you hold the mirror and then just sort of get it right down there. And so you can see what's going on at the back. And if you look carefully with the right kind of eyes, you can see the lady balls. They're up there. They're up to no good. Get rid of them, I say. You know, go down the vets, have yourself spayed. Yep, do the decent thing. That's what Greta would want. Come on, ask yourself, what would Greta do? Make a god-awful fuss, I imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday, 7 minutes past the hour on Threshold.fm. Maybe it's time to start presenting it in more of a Trickstar morning show style. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Threshold.fm, and it is 7 minutes past the hour. We have some stuff coming up. I don't know what it is, but we will find out, and you need to just do not change that dial, because the stuff will be forthcoming in a minute when we work out what it is. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Coffee and Memes.
Steady job and a couple extra potatoes, that's all I want.
You're getting on, you're pushing 30, Slugger. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
Oh, I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail.
Ladies, gentlemen, it's the coffee and the mix. Where's Wesley gone? Oh, he's over there. He's been fucking playing that. Let's see what's on Trickstar at the moment, because now that the time's changed, Jay isn't sat next door, just sort of listening in, lurking. You know, like a little dogs on acid lurker. He's not there. He's actually doing his show. Yeah, not for me, thanks. Anyway, maybe tomorrow we'll have a little. You know, we could just pop in to Trickstar periodically throughout the show and see what's going on. And I think, yeah, it's still a no. Okay, news-wise, today, News Biscuits. Man finds his own grave at cemetery after ex-wife put it there. That's, yeah, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. China's president warns warns world. Spread of killer coronavirus is accelerating. Good stuff, guys. Good fucking stuff. If there's any way, is there like a GoFundMe or something that you can donate to on the side of like trying to spread it? Like rather than trying to stop it, like really trying to fucking let's get this shit going, man. Let's separate the wheat from the chaff. Come on, this is the time. Hey, we could spare a few billion, right? Come on, Extinction Rebellion. Isn't this what you want? Isn't it this what you want, you fucking crusties? Come on, why you should be out there trying to contract coronavirus and spreading it around. Yeah, that's it. Really, kissing my tongues with everyone, getting out there, spreading your fucking armpits all over people, just grabbing innocent Chinese people off the street and rubbing them against your face. Go like, what are you doing? I'm rubbing the Chinese. I'm not even Chinese. I'm Korean. Fuck you. Just rubbing them on yourself. Come on, guys. You want to thin the population out a bit? Do you want to solve climate change or not? Yeah? Get out there and start spreading the fucking coronavirus. Start spreading the plague. Start spreading the plague. I'm dying today. I want to be a part of it. Corona! Thank you very much. It's going to be one of those days, guys. It's going to be one of those motherfucking days. Boris to light up Westminster red, white and blue to celebrate Brexit Day. Oi, oi! Fucking lads, mate. Yep. 31st. When is that? Ooh, soon. Wow. God, I can almost smell that sovereignty in the air, can't you? Ooh-wee. I just can't wait to fish my own fish stocks. You know what I mean? I just can't wait to get out there in a fucking rubber dinghy. Just get me some of that tasty, sweet, sweet fish. Whoo, boy. And then probably, I don't know what I'll do. I'll maybe go and have tea with the Queen. Something like that. I guess she'll be doing that now that she doesn't have to deal with the foreigners and that. Should just be... Because normally what she does now, she greets foreign people at the airport when they arrive. Hello, yes, hello, welcome to England. No. You're not going to do that anymore because they're obviously, the wall's going up. That's it. Sorry, we're closed. So she's going to have more time now. Nice. Obviously she's not wasting any time on Harry anymore. I guess maybe there's probably still a little bit to be done in terms of plot to kill Meghan, get her offed. Don't know how that was supposed to be. Don't know what the plan for that is yet. I imagine it will reveal itself in the middle of the night at some point over the coming weeks. But now she'll have a little bit of a little bit more time just to spend with the people of England, the good, solid, leave voting people of England. Start having cups of tea and going, I've obviously made mistakes with Andrew. That's visible. Do I blame myself? My back was against the wall. It was a different time in those days, and it's and every royal's right to go out and do a bit of molesting, but not so public. Yes. Do I blame myself? Maybe I do, maybe one does. Maybe one blames themselves a little bit for Randy Andy. I mean, gosh, but I wouldn't, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do it again like that. I would. Yes, it's different. Look, they always blame the mother. It's always the mother's fault, isn't it? Always the mother's fault. Who's Andrew's dad? Is it Duke of York? Duke of fucking... What's his face? Bloody Sterling Moss in his Land Rover. Anyway, guys, what's going on with this fella here? Man finds his own grave at cemetery after ex-wife put it there. Bit of fun. Man. A bit of fun, I think. He looks... I guess nonplussed would be the term. Here he is. Looking not unlike my dad. A little less eccentric than my dad. He's a fairly normal outfit, all things considered. He's got a set of them dad trainers, which is nice. That's a strong look. Jen Mills reporting on this with 1.1 thousand shares. Fuck my old boots. A man was shocked to find his own grave at cemetery, despite being very much alive. Alan Hattle, said that he was worried by the fact that nobody had phoned him in 3 or 4 months and couldn't figure out why. Now he believes people think he died and wants them to know the truth. In the YouTube video, come on. He blames his ex-wife for putting the gravestone there, though admits he cannot be certain. Diddly 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 ding ding ding. I do have that. I've got it. Did have it. The X-Files, the X-Files. And Alan, 75, a retired welder from Forfar, Tayside, said, my phone rung for 3 or 4 months. I've been confused by it, but now I know why nobody's calling me. I don't even want to be buried. I plan to be cremated. Is that the issue? Really? The method of death? But sure, was this some sort of newsletter go out or something? Because I'm assuming that not everybody you know just sort of walks past the cemetery to check which of their friends had died. This is quite ridiculous. He declared, I'm still alive, as he stood beside his headstone and said, reports of his death have been greatly exaggerated. Ha ha ha, very funny. Mr. Hattle said that he had realised something was not right because his social life had been deathly quiet for the past 3 or 4 months. His headstone was erected in Newmont Hill Cemetery in Forfar. He said it was done without his knowledge, and the hard thing was like something out of Only Fools and Horses. He's also spoken to Angus Council officials and plans to put a cover over the headstone, which bears his name. Not remove it. Well, just fuck it, save it. I mean, how long have I got left? You know, I ain't living right. You know, I'm lucky to have got this far. You know, my diet of fucking Fray Bentoses and wets, you know, to get me to 75, nothing short of a miracle. Give me 6 months, I'll fucking be in there. All right, if you can hold on 6 months, I'll do the right thing. Oh, cheers, Alan. The 75-year-old, who spent 37 years as a welder before retiring, claims his ex-wife had bought the plot of land to put the headstone with the intention of them being buried together. Both their names appear on the headstone. Oh, right. Well, Alan and Berta. Berta, clearly nuts. I never ever said I wanted to be buried alongside my ex-wife. Mr. Hattle has 2 grown-up children with his former. Who said Mr. Hattle, who has 2 grown-up children with his former spouse. We've been separated for 26 years. There's no animosity, but I'm struggling to take it all in. It's very confusing. I reckon he did it for attention. I mean, let's have a look at the facts. Yeah, he hasn't spoken to anyone a couple of months, few months, getting bored. It's like, right, I need to zhuzh things up a little bit, and fair enough. Perhaps, you know, he's bored of pretending to be QAnon on Reddit or whatever he's doing. You know, he's fucking run out of banter to have on the Donald. And he's like, right, look, I need to whip some shit up IRL. I'm gonna pretend that someone's tried to because faking your own death, bit of a hoot, yeah. But pretending someone else has faked your death, ooh, yeah, that's an interesting story. As we see here, you know, award-winning journalist, queen of the people and bastion of high-quality journalism, Jen Mills, has written this up and got, you know, over 1,000 shares. Incredible. Pardon me. To find out you have a gravestone in a cemetery while you're still alive isn't something that happens every day. Why do people say stupid stuff like that? A family member at Mrs. Hattle's home said, this is a family matter being dealt with privately. Ooh. What's that Jen Mills turning up with a fucking notepad and pencil? Mrs. Hattle, what do you say to the allegations that you faked your ex-husband's death for lols and banter? To post on TikTok, to try and increase your engagement on TikTok. Sorry, this is a private matter. Please go away. No Metro journalists. We're waiting to speak to Lad Bible. Angus Council said it was unable to discuss the issue or disclose any information about who purchased the plot. Cool, man. Well, it's a mystery. Let's see what the hot takes in the comments section are. Sparky Knight says, this is a code red. All personnel evacuate the area. We have a stage 5 clinger, and it may take eternity to save this man from captivity. Don't know what that means. D says, DWP fit enough to work. Yeah, he's 76. Someone says A, he's 76. To which it's a joke, dumbass, and pretty funny too, says Bald Bob. CC replies with insults. Why? I don't think it funny. Poor show, CC. I would say that is very poor show. I can give you a poor show on that one as well. So sorry, buddy. Two down votes from the feathery one. Marty McFly says Back to the Future. That's good, isn't it? What do you think? People are just signing up for accounts using the nickname just as yeah, fair enough. Why not? Crash Override, who is denoted as a leader here, says, or he's Doc and he's come back to the future. David C says, no animosity. I think you should revisit that question. Guys, those are some hot takes. I think you'll all agree, but still no closer to the truth. I think we need to send in, some sort of investigative journalist, possibly Theroux, or who's the one who got run over by Geordie P. She's on Channel 4. Come on. So what you're saying is your ex-wife is a serial killer? No, I never said that. Right. Okay, so what you're saying is your ex-wife killed Princess Diana? No. Where are you getting this information from? Right, let's have shoe throwers because we're all friends here, aren't we? When Polik's still there, his face beaming out of it. Savage, High Contrast remix, originally by Mist. This would be a nice bit of gear, I imagine. Okay. I thought there was some pageage going on there. Perhaps a different Mist. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, not Intellects and ST Files then, eh?
That's another slapping. Niggas thinking that I'm famous. That I won't slap it. Nigga, I'm erratic. Erdington Savage, yeah, you call this modern warfare. When we double tap it, clicking and clacking.
So I had broadcast turned off on the radio. Classic. It's on now. Classic. should. I mean, there should be some sort of system, clearly, like a. Because I mean, look. Let's be honest. What would you say we're running here in terms of percentage of shows that have no technical difficulties? Would you say it's 1 in 2, 1 in 3? Don't know. What? Maybe 1 a week doesn't have technical. Much better quality audio stream, way louder in app. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, what are we doing here in general? How's that going? Louder in the app. Okay. Yeah. Well, it wasn't on. There wasn't any. I mean, it was just presumably just playing drum and bass. You know. Guys. Yeah. Look, there needs to be some sort of system that maybe some people that can be trusted, not to abuse. Whereby, cause look, I'm doing the bits, I'm doing the triggering, doing the ranty stuff and all of this, and I can't read the chat at the same time, so and also, who's to say what's going on in the chat should be believed? Look, I mean, Lee here giving another clear example of this is the problem, guys. You've all cried wolf so many times saying that there's no sound when there is no sound. What are we to do? Maybe some people that can be trusted. I mean, it's Dimmy, really. I would say, Dimmy can be trusted. I'd say, I don't know. I think I think Joe could probably be trusted. All things considered. But that's probably it, really, isn't it? Jen, I think, could be trusted. So it's mainly, it's clearly, it's 2 women and a female identifying person. So what's that to say, guys? Come on, guys. Do better, men. Men, do better. Maybe some sort of, like, flashing light or something, a big red flashing light. Or, how, like, outside radio stations, like actual radio stations, they have, like, a live little light box thing that lights up. I could have a few of them dotted around. One's like, no sound. App not working. No, the app's working fine. I just hadn't clicked on the broadcast button on the fucking radio stream. The app's doing its best. Don't blame the app. Don't blame the monkey. Blame the organ grinder. You know what I mean? Jesus. Would you really trust a guy in a bally? Well, you raise a fair point. Although, again, there's some gender assumptions going on there, which I'm not sure are accurate. Yeah, loose USB 3 connection, that could be possible. Communism in the pipes. It happens. It happens. Yeah. Whew. Yeah. There's no point in me explaining why that broadcast thing hadn't worked. I had actually pressed the button, but the broadcast switch. No, forget it. Just forget it. I'm sorry. Look, everyone's there now. They're all stacking up. All stacking up on the live stream. Guys, I would say that I'm sorry, but I'm not. So I would merely be lying to you. You knew what you were in for when you subscribed to this fucking madness. Shout out Leeds posse, few of you see there, Surrey posse, Birmingham and Victoria, Australia. Oh, great banter, great banter. Let's see what's going. I don't know. What was that? Wow, new line wax. Okay, we'll have in that next. Let's see what's going on Trickstar. Yep, that's a no. Still no. Is that the same? Does that just pause the stream rather than coming back to a new stream? Well, we'll give them. God, this website's shit. Yes and no. Okay. Dirty dildo shoved through Gran's letterbox. Wow. Poor Gran. Okay. A grandmother says she had to phone her son to come and identify a vibrator that was posted through her letterbox. Is this your son? No, that's... let me... no, it's not mine. Not mine. Dorothy Urquhart, 73, found the purple dildo dangling from her door and said that it wasn't very clean and had stuff on it. Ugh. Yikes. Her neighbour, Jennifer... Rayside, 33, was taken to court. Wow. But the case was dropped partway through the trial when prosecutors realised the vibrator had not been brought to court. Okay, Dorothy said, it was a horrible thing to discover in your home. I'm bitterly disappointed about what happened in court. What the fuck? What is this, like a sort of chain of evidence sort of failure? What? Who? And what sort of court is this? Is this like a legitimate criminal court? Is this, the twisted court of Judge Nutmeg? What is it? Judge Rinder? Judge Judy? Fucking, what's going on here? The court of Judge Jules? Do you have to bring your trance trousers? What's going on? It culminated with the dildo being posted on March 31st last year. Sorry, March 31 last year. Oh, sorry, hold on, I've missed a line. The court heard Dorothy's relationship with Rayside deteriorated after she complained about the noise she was making. Right, so that dildo situation. Oh, well, little talking of noisy neighbours, update on the Moped Mafia. The Moped Mafia of indeterminate European descent. They have now been told off by landlord and now have to park their mopeds on the driveway. It's so petty. I haven't been involved in like a sort of petty neighbourly sort of dispute in years, literally years. And yeah, fucking ages. It's been nice. But however, yeah, now they've decided to park their mopeds in the right place, which is nice because now I don't get woken up every night by them parking them literally like 3 feet away from where my head is. And however, one of them has purchased a bass guitar. I was learning to play it clearly from scratch. Like, so it's like boom 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 10:30 at night. So that's a bit fun. Don't know whether or not it's like you're really starting it from proper scratch. Might just get bored of it in a week. I would. Basically, once you've been through all 4 strings, where you got left to go after that. Boom, 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 boom. Try and learn the Seinfeld theme tune. After that, forget about it. Anyway, back to this dildo. She said, I didn't know what it was. So I phoned my son. He came round, and we phoned the police. When I was told what it was, it did upset me. Okay, you didn't know what... Don't play dumb with me, Dorothy. Fucking hell. Doza. Look, you're a worldly woman. You don't play dumb with me. Christ. Don't tell me you ain't got a fucking drawer full of them. Doza. Dorothy fitted CCTV cameras that filmed Rayside going downstairs on the day in question. But her defence team says it was to put something in the bin outside. God, this is, more X-Files business going on here, isn't it? The police officer who interviewed Dorothy was called to give evidence, but because the sex toy was not produced as evidence, he could not answer direct questions. The record said, should the vibrator still... prosecutors announced that there would be no further proceedings and Rayside was found not guilty. Police Scotland still have the vibrator. Hold on a second. Like, I appreciate this is a somewhat trivial... It's not like a murder case or anything. But if the police just decide, for whatever reason, or just forget to bring a piece of evidence, does that mean that it's like... That's it. So... It's like, yeah, actually, turns out I fucking left the murder weapon at the station. Oh, right. Oh, shit. Well, I guess, all right, you're free to go. That can't be how it works. I know this is just a sort of a question of a phantom dildo. And almost certainly it's, it's Dorothy's and, she's just trying to fucking get herself out of being caught going at herself in the day. Whatever, she's fired up. I don't know. She's fired up. What was the spin-off of Friends with Matt? Joey. Yeah, she's watching her favourite episode of Joey and just getting it done. Yeah, just sisters doing it for themselves. You know what I mean? And anyway, the son's come round and she's like, oh, what are you doing, Mum? What are you doing? It's like, old fucking Brayside or what? Rayside stuck it through the letterbox. Don't know what it is. What's he supposed to do with it? Well, let's call the cops. Disaster. Opinion. As a vicar, I know it's time the church stopped telling people to be abstinent. Yeah, okay, man. Cool stuff, man. Meghan's moved to Canada could stop her becoming a British citizen. Jesus Christ. Guys, look, should we have another little bit? Look, sort of, with all that fuckery, I think we somewhat overlooked that high contrast remix. I know it was not of the mist I thought it was, but it was very good, wasn't it? I mean, it was very good. We'll play that again tomorrow. I hope it don't get me pulled off of the YouTubes. It's on Sick Made Records. Yeah, great. Anyway, look, there's this Limewax bit here. Limewax and Swift. It's called Shallow Minds. It's on Prus Booked Recordings.
Yo, yeah.
Perform at my best when the stakes are high. In the booth, shelling bars where I spend my time. Rude boy, don't you know you're certified? Fuck a plan B, you're dealing with the next breed. I spit bars so swift you can't detect me. 175 is the beat as we set speed. Going hard in the paint with rhymes deadly. With the wickedness of state of mind. You blind with the
That's Lime Wax and Swift. It's called Shallow Minds. There's a Lime Wax album coming out this year, and if Thrasher's Instagram posts are anything to be believed, which usually they're not, it'll be absolutely fine. I think that was the term he used. The new Lime Wax album is absolutely fine. Peter Blatchford says Paul Chuckles not dead yet. Well, we can check the website and we'll find out whether or not. Here we are, Paul Chuckle not dead. Okay, that's good. Really must buy the domain name for that. It's gonna be a sad day. Sad day when I have to edit that one. Sad goddamn day. Well, what have we got left here? Yes. Okay, guys, I'm going to take some responsibility for this. I'm sorry. I apologise on behalf of George. He's one of my boys, but there was a falling out, and he's gone rogue, basically. Crow, named George, vandalises windscreen wipers of 20 cars. Yeah, he's, you know, he had a rough upbringing. You know, he got, got bullied by bigger crows and that, and you know how it is. And anyway, he can be a bit, temperamental sometimes. You know, be a bit temperamental, and yeah, there was some falling out, and now he's gone on a fucking rampage. He's gone rogue. He's gone dark. He's gone renegade. Basically, he's an out of control renegade crow, and he's a law unto himself. So I apologise, but there's only so much I can do. Talking of which, I've got hit by another fucking seagull. Went for me outside on Saturday. Yet again, I had a chocolate twist. This is clearly the problem, isn't it? The constant in these 3 attacks that I've had of late have been baked goods. So, you might. Correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation. We all know this. But yeah, three for three now. I'm walking around the Churchill Square area with baked goods, and 3 for 3 being attacked by seagulls. So, will I do it again? Will I forget and just come sauntering out of Cafe Neuro with my chocolate twist held high, my latte in my other hand? And then suddenly be like, what the fuck is that? And then see that fucking white feathery cunt flying off. I mean, he never actually attempts to grab the twist. It just fucking flies into my head and then flies off. Scumbags. Sub-avian scum. Anyway, office workers are not sure what to do about pesky crows vandalised 20 cars. Off him. Have him offed. Come on, get a young lad in there with an air rifle and just see him off. I know there might be some collateral damage on the vehicles, but look, the vehicles are getting got anyway. Look, people are now putting bags and stuff over their windscreen wipers. Good luck, mate. You're not going to stop George with a fucking bag for life. No chance. Literally no chance. He's a nutcase. Yeah, he's like the Reggie. You might as well call him Reggie Crow. Yeah. They're having to cover up their windscreen wipers with tarpaulin, blankets to stop the crow, which they've named George, from damaging them. He began his campaign of destruction in November last year. Since then, more than a dozen people have come back to their cars to find around £36 of damage each. It's like a really sort of nominal amount of damage. The fucking I had to get new windscreen wiper blades. I go Halfords. Pain in the arse. It's happening outside Greenfields Community Housing, HQ in Braintree, Essex. And George is thought to have struck a nearby Braintree village too. Yeah, I said he's on a rampage. Members of staff, Amanda Bahavny, told the BBC he has attacked around 20 cars. And even though we've tried to shoo him away, he'll come back as soon as your back is turned. Yeah, he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't, he's not constrained by British common law. He's a crow. We can take a crow to court. No, the only language the crow understands is cold, bloody violence. You know, do the crows have natural prey? I mean, a larger bird of prey, I'm sure, would have a crow if it was, if it was in the mood. Yeah, you're gonna need a hawk. You're gonna need. You couldn't hire me. You couldn't hire the feathery one to go in and get him back. I wouldn't. I wouldn't go against one of my own, even though he's gone rogue. I wouldn't. I mean, he potentially could send a couple of the other boys in, try and reason with him, but I feel like it might have gone too far. I mean, they got a lot of pictures of him. We're looking for a long-term solution just to deter George. We want to keep him and his friends here, but this is becoming a bit of a problem. The office installed 2 owl figures on top of the office roof, fitted a hawk-shaped kite named Chesney Hawk. Very nice. I bet they're really. Oh, you can just imagine the office banter. Oh, I've got Chesney Hawk up. But in the middle of the car park, it's hoped that the bird figures will deter George from ripping off any more windscreen wipers. The housing group has since issued an appeal to the public to come up with a long-term solution that will stop staff cars from being attacked. Well, it depends on what you mean by how long term. I mean, how long do crows live? How long do crows live? 10 to 15 years. Yeah, okay. Well, it would have to be just waiting for him to die would probably have to be quite a long-term solution. I've lost the page now, no. Oh, there he is. Procurement manager Mandy Rose, one of George's victims, said, "At the moment, we're just winging it and that." We're just winging it with all these attempted solutions and that, like, I could be open for some suggestions or something more substantial that we could do and that, like, yeah. We'll welcome any ideas to deter George from committing antisocial behaviour and that whilst remaining comfortable in his home. Why didn't they call him, like, crazy? You got your hawk kite called Chesney Hawk. Why George? Why George the Crow? Why not Russell? Why not? Yeah, Russell would do it, man. You call the crow Russell. You call if it's a seagull, you call it Stephen because it's Stephen Seagull. Yeah. God. Hell is other people. I think we can all. I just hope the coronavirus takes me soon. I really do. UK government considers emergency evacuation for Brits in China as coronavirus spreads. Home Secretary says businesses are too reliant on cheap EU labour. Boy 4 suffers lifelong herpes virus from being kissed as a baby. Fucking hell, man. Jesus. If you, right, when I have a kid, if you even think about coming around my house with a cold sore, I'll send George round. Yeah, send George round. Fucking peck it off. Jesus. Right. Anyway, look, let's have another one of these little bits. Little nugs. Tempting just to have that thingy again. That bloody what's it called? High contrast rooms again. No, look, we've got Mob Tactics here. Bulldozer on the Eject EP. Oh, please. Oh, come on, guys. Boys. How long was that? 30 seconds long? 3 minutes 18. And that outro. Right, okay. Okay, guys, listen. Listen, I know we're all making... Well, not me. Obviously, I ain't making shit. I think, I don't think anyone's under any illusions about that. I know we're making records under 4 minutes now, but listen. Could you not even have stretched to a verbed out kick on that outro? Boys. What were you doing, boys? But Jesus, just the throwaway, casual, thoughtless nature of that outro. Oh, just really besmirching the sanctity of the outro. Despicable. Tidied up in there a little bit. Had Rosie Posey and Brighton Girl Problems in here to record a podcast on Saturday. Much banter and hijinks. Brighton Girl Problems, famed for not having is a local influencer type. Famed for not having revealed her real identity. And I will tell you it's because she's hideously deformed. She was involved in a fire at an orphanage, as a child. It was a special orphanage for children with sort of special powers, one might say, and she was very, very badly burnt. But she can shoot fire out of her anus. So swings and roundabouts, I guess, isn't it? Swings and roundabouts, and now she's sort of very successful influencer. So. It swings and roundabouts these days. Let's see what's going on Trickstar. I don't know, come on, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. There we go.
By the website. So there we go. You can listen to us in 1,000 ways. You've got no excuse now. This is The Breakfast Show. We're in the building from 7 till 10, Monday to Friday, bringing you good vibes as per. This one, Chronix with Jar is there. Oh, yes.
Confirmed good vibes there from Trickstar. Confirming the good vibes. If you were thinking to yourself, I wonder what sort of vibes, what sort of vibes they have on Trickstar on a Monday morning. Do they have sort of chill vibes, cool vibes? I don't even remember what he said now. Has he said good vibes? I don't know. Good vibes, hashtag good vibes only. Was it sort of slightly handsy vibe, creepy vibes here on Trickstar Radio in the morning. Very, very creepy. Really, just as a radio station, we really are just creeping our hands up your back to give you the shoulder rub that you did not ask for, ladies and gentlemen, on Trickstar Radio. Really just sliding one hand around the midsection, grabbing the hips as we move past you in a confined space. Trickstar. If Trickstar was a radio station, it would be the landlord, the pub landlord, that makes a point of when moving past barmaids behind the bar of always holding them by the hips as he squeezes himself past, squeezes his fat gut past the poor barmaid Like, there's no need for him to put his hands on the hips. There's plenty of room for him to just walk past. Instead, he's squeezing past, rubbing his crotch across the ass. And they've just learned to tolerate it. It is horrific. Anyway, that's the that's the physical embodiment of Trickster Up Radio. Oh, God. Side 20's text me. What's he having a go or something? Yep. Guys, what the hell's going on? Oh, look, it's the end of the show. Well, that's fine, isn't it? That's no problem. Well, you know, we'll work it all out. Yeah, it's a note from me. Sorry, guys. Listen, this week, few new shows on this week. Your boy, Jimmy Budd, will be in tomorrow at 10 and Thursday at 10, filling in the gaps, the void in your life left by the rejigging of the schedule of coffee and memes. Jimmy Budd with the Jimmy Budd Experience, giving you an hour of the Northern perspective that no one asked for. Now twice a week, and maybe more if it goes well. You know, maybe more if he can, you know, drag himself kicking and screaming out of bed, I guess, you know, more than twice a week. You never know. That'd be a bit of fun. Also, new show on a Friday now, pre-recorded with Mr. Merck. Mr. Merck hamming up the pre-record with mixes from either himself or other Estonian chancers. I guess, you know, just slinging footwear and, you know, and probably dick, I guess. Again, he's confirmed to me that there won't be any communism, but, you know, is that a promise anyone can make? Really? You know? Can you really fully make that promise? I don't know. Anyway, guys, look, I will be back on Wednesday, 8 a.m. And then also Friday at 8 a.m. Might have to pre-record Friday show. Don't worry about that. Do not worry yourself one little bit. Guys, look, I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Sorry about the forgetting to press broadcast. That's just part of the course, though, isn't it, really? You know, don't blame the app. Don't blame the monkey, blame the organ grinder. Don't blame the organ. You know, blame me. I will take the weight of the world on my shoulders. You know, extreme ownership. You know, if Jocko has taught me anything, it's to, you know, really admit when I've, you know, forgotten to press broadcast. Guys, I love you. Goodbye. I'll see you on Wednesday. I love you. Goodbye.